Good morning, good afternoon, guys. I hope everyone is doing well today. It's Tuesday, so beautiful week, beautiful week. Enjoy being outside. All right. So yesterday I introduced that we're going to be talking about a little bit about agriculture engineering. Usually ends up being about a week, sometimes a week and a half. Just depends on how the week plays out and stuff like that. But before we get started, I am trying to work my way over there this week since it's nice. We can do an outside activity. I emailed some people yesterday, but no one got back to me. So I'll try again today. So maybe Thursday or Friday, unless something doesn't work on your guys' end that we can go over there. I'm gonna try to get you out for 2 periods. It's an outside activity to be safe that we can get them both done. So I'll let you know what day I'm coming over. So I like I said in the beginning, I want to come once a month to do some type of activity with you guys so that you can get some more, maybe a little bit more challenging type of activities with me there, helping you through it. All right, so yesterday we talked a little bit about it. You saw some videos on ag engineering, AST, Ag Systems Technology. Some colleges offer both, and some colleges only offer one. I know I'm a graduate of South Dakota State, and most people there graduated with a degree in Ag Systems Technology. I had a roommate in college whose major was Ag Systems Technology, and he loved his job. I mean, when he got graduated and got jobs, I even thought that is like one of the coolest jobs that out there. So what he did is he worked for an agriculture company. They make balers. So what he did is, so he didn't do the designing or the building of the baler. He actually was a tester of the baler. So he would go around the country and farmers would be testing their new product, and he would visit with the farmers. He would operate the baler, do whatever he needed to do, test on the baler to see how it is running, create his report, send it back to the company so that they can make adjustments. And he went everywhere in the United States with different types of products that this company was producing. And why can't I think of the company? It's like right here on the tip of my tongue. It's a big company. It's not John Deere or Case or anything, but they just made balers. So he was all over testing products. I mean, I remember one time he was up over in Washington State. They were doing something with lavender, because that's one of the areas where they grow lavender. So they had a machine that helped harvest the lavender. So he was working with that. So he got to work with so much stuff. Ag engineering side, you do more of the designing and building of the piece of equipment. So there's 2 different types of careers there. And there's also starting to be a career, the precision agriculture. And I want you to pull out this magazine. It should be in your folder. And I want you just to go ahead and read this. You don't have to do any homework with it, but just read Technically Terrific article. This talks about precision agriculture and how it's important. I kind of tie all of these together into one topic. It talks about the new degree they have at North Dakota State. You can get a degree in precision agriculture, becoming very popular with people who are going back to the farm. I know there is a program up at Lake Region State College. They have a 2-year precision agriculture program where they're teaching you how to use drones, better use GPS, and other types of autonomous types of equipment. So that's kind of where we're heading to. As you can see behind me is a concept tractor that CNH is developing. Case, I guess we can call them Case tractors. It's a Case tractor It very much says Case right there. This tractor is a real tractor, so this is not a drawing or an animation of a tractor. This tractor is real. You can't buy it because it's still in concept mode. There are some things that I think they're trying to work out. As you can see, there's no cab. On this tractor, there is no place to sit. I've seen this tractor in person. 2017, I believe it was, 2017. I was down at the National FFA Convention in Indianapolis, Indiana, and they have a career expo, and this tractor was on display. So it's pretty cool, pretty cool. It's a big tractor. I mean, think about this. When I stood next to it, I didn't even reach the top of the tire. The back tire. So it's a pretty big tractor. So I always, so it's pretty neat. You'll be watching a video on this. I was gonna show it up here so you know which video is, but I can't. I use my iPad. I can't AirPlay YouTube because I'm supposed to use the app on the television. So I don't get that concept. Maybe someone should design a TV that allows me to AirPlay everything. So, but anyways, I will show you some things here. So our idea is to learn a little bit about, we're going to do egg engineering, AST type things, and precision ag all into one type of unit here. So what you are going to do here is, okay, let me bring this up here. I need to go to YouTube. YouTube is under social. So YouTube here. Okay. I need to go. I'm getting there. Playlist. Maple, if you ever need to know where my videos are for you guys, I kind of put them under intro. So, I can't play this video. It won't let me play it, so let me see if I can just get the image of it. Alright, I'm just going to bring it closer here. So, and this will be linked in your email anyway, so you don't have to. So, I'm going to link the Case one in your video. And then what I'm going to do is also link this John Deere one. The John Deere concept tractor is a little different than what the Case is going to be doing. Again, as you can see in the video, in the image here, gotta figure out which way, there's the camera. Here, you're gonna notice in the Case, it's basically the front end of the tractor. I should have done a better job of finding an image for this, but I forget that sometimes I can't AirPlay YouTube on my iPad. And then I'm also going to link this video in here. It's the Massey Ferguson Future Combine animation. It's completely an animation, not even real. You look at it and you watch it and you sometimes are going to think, seriously, that's what future combines are going to look like? But you never know, I guess. That one's kind of unique. They're really going all out on that one. So that one's going to be linked in here. All right. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you watch the autonomous John Deere tractor video. I'm going to have you watch the Case autonomous tractor. All of those will be linked in your email. Then for your assignment, and this I'm going to allow it to be like a 2-day assignment. So today and tomorrow. So you won't see me tomorrow. Because I do want you to spend some time on it here. No, I didn't. Yes, I need that one. Okay, so after you have watched the 2 videos, I use this activity in another class, and we only watch the Case one, so that's why there's this right here. This will also be attached in your email. It kind of has the assignment on there. You're going to design your own piece of autonomous equipment. Okay, after getting some ideas from watching the videos that I have linked in the email is so you're gonna sit there and you're gonna design it. And I don't know if you have a program on your computers that allow you to draw. I prefer it done on the computer, but if you don't have anything, go ahead and draw it on paper. And I'll just tell you how to do it on paper. I just like it done on the computer because then you can use some graphics if you needed to. I guess every kid in Valley City has an iPad, so, and you guys don't. I think you guys actually have maybe computers, not quite sure. And so they just use their drawing app on their computer, on their iPad. If you have like a drawing app, go right ahead. You can see if you have Paint. Paint would work too. Nice thing with iPad, you can, you draw everything with your finger, so kids can have more control versus Paint, you got to use the mouse. But if you don't have anything, go ahead and draw it on a piece of paper. And you probably can't, I don't know how I can bring this closer again. So what you are going to be doing here is you're going to draw your autonomous equipment. And I have some examples that the kids have done here so that you get an idea of what kids do. Okay, you got to make sure that it's detailed. Okay, I want specifics, and I'll show you some of the details on some of the other ones. Okay, you need to write on there how the equipment works. How does the farmer control the piece of equipment? Because when you watch these videos, you're going to see how, it's autonomous, but how is it really being controlled? Okay, the name of the equipment, and the word autonomous needs to be in the title. This is called an autonomous tractor. The only thing I really don't want you designing is an autonomous tractor because it's already you can make something attached to an autonomous tractor. For example, I had a person do an autonomous tractor one time attached to an autonomous planter. You could just, one thing I told them is they could have just made the autonomous planter. Be out there. Okay, don't worry about this. I'll see if I can eliminate this part. This is for my kids here when I teach it. Usually started on Monday. Okay, then on Thursday they show me. The kids up here, we don't have as long as class periods. So they usually get a few extra days to do an activity. Really, in the end, sometimes they only have 35 minutes up here. And so we go quickly. All right, so some examples that I'm going to show you here. I even have a folder called Autonomous. All right, so the first one that is up here is the autonomous semi. Okay, it looks like a normal semi. Yes, this one can, nice thing about this one can also be driven by a human if had to. All right, so the self-driving semi patiently waits for the grain cart to bring the grain and deposit in the semi. After the grain is deposited in the semi then makes its way to the elevator. Okay, lights with sensors to determine, just like the autonomous tractor has sensors all over to help control it down the highway, down the road. Sensors help control that, the semi is full, time to go to the elevator or probably back to the farm if they're just going to deposit it in the farm. Okay, it's controlled by a tablet. All right, so the light, so all these things are its sensors. So it controls everything. All right, so we have, for those that are in livestock and you have to clean out stalls or the barn, we have the manure mobile. Okay, that's this thing right here. What it does is it goes into the stall, scoops up the manure, dumps it back into here, and then it takes it out to the compost or the manure pile, and then it's basically controlled by an iPad, and there are sensors all over so it knows. So farmer just has to tell you. All right, we have an autonomous lawnmower. Okay, sensors can be used anywhere. There's a camera on it, so you can be sitting, you know, watching a football game or a baseball game. You know, you gotta check, oh, is elongate mode? So it has a camera on it. It can be used at night because there's some lights. It's controlled by the and a phone, basically. You have to put the path in beforehand so it knows, so it has to follow a guide. So that's the sensors all around to detect if something goes wrong. Okay, chicken feeder. Oh, here's another one. So if you're a gardener, you could probably, I mean, I'm assuming this one was meant for a garden, but just imagine one. It's the autonomous weeder. So it has sensors here and cameras. It helps determine, you know, weeds and where to go in the garden. Okay, you got the weeding tool down here. Okay, and there are different types of tools. So when it goes into the garden, it can detect what type of weeds it needs to, and then what type of tool needs to come down. And so, okay, it's run on a computer GPS. There's a collecting bin, so it sucks up the weeds. It just doesn't leave them on the ground. There's a collection bin right here, but the only thing is you have to, as a human, have to empty out the collection bin. So as you can see, it just follows the path, and then it just knows what to do. Okay, sheep people. Here is the autonomous sheep shearer. Okay, the sheep is in its cage. These things right here hold the sheep. Right here is where the shears are kept. Depending on the wool, because each breed of sheep has a different type of wool, so you might need a different shear. So it shears the sheep. Here's the scanner, so it just goes all over. It's in a cage. So as you can see, you don't have to be an artist to make it work. That one was kind of good. I'm trying to get to the one. Okay, here's a bobcat. It's autonomous snow removal. And of course this could come off, and it could just be a plow too. So, okay, a cow cleaner. So this just goes around a pasture or a pen. You know, the cow steps into this. It scrubs the cow, cleans the cow. It's got shampoo, controller over here. And then the cow comes over here. You can teach cows. So if you're thinking, well, how would a cow know to come air dry? Cows can be taught to do things as long as they're consistent. Teach the cow to come over here. Dries the cow off. So you have clean cows. Okay, this is the scariest one I've ever had. The autonomous hunting gun. So there's a camera up here. Okay, here's the gun. Motion detector. So when it recognizes a hunting animal, so like a deer, a moose, it notifies the human, and then the human can hit shoot it or not to shoot it. But it also can detect whether it's a human. So if it's a human, it just ignores it. So, all right. So, kind of a creepy one, but here's one of my favorite ones, the autonomous scarecrow. Okay, so we all know that crows can be a problem. This can be used in a pasture, not in a pasture. We could probably put it in a pasture, in a garden or in a field where, especially sunflowers, where the crows and the blackbirds love those. Okay, so he just moves around. He's scaring off. Okay, he will also fight animals. These things right here, all these yellow things, are sensors. Okay, so they're built in. So it also recognizes like its boundaries. So you program in the field or in the garden boundaries, and he stays within there. Okay, he's got cameras built in. He's controlled by an iPad. He will, fight off animals too. He'll be able to discourage animals. And the nice thing is he's made of strong materials. So it's just not like a typical scarecrow you see, in the olden days hanging on on a post, the materials will tolerate any type of weather condition. So this one took some time. So there you go. Here's the autonomous cow counter. See, as you can see, be creative. Are they all realistic? No, but you never know what's going to be. So here is, this one's kind of neat. So this is a plane, you know, flying over people that have larger pastures. Okay. Here's the cow sensors right here. So they count the cows. Okay. The camera for driving. So just remember, it's like a drone, I guess you could say. It's kind of like a drone. Okay. Has GPS. App on your phone to control. It does take fuel, so you're going to have to fuel it. So it's not, even the autonomous tractor takes fuel. So it's, all right. Nice thing is here, you got this part back here. It can detect like coyotes and mountain lions, and then it shoots them. Genius. You don't need any, you don't have to worry about it. This thing is just flying over your pasture, counting your cows all the time to make sure you're consistent. And if there's something in there that it doesn't like, or some type of predator, shoots them. Perfect. Okay, you can tell the kids that come from, when I do this, come from farms versus because this is a farm kid. So he came up with something realistic. It's the autonomous sprayer. So don't need to go too much into it. We all kind of understand how a sprayer works. So, you know, like the cow counter, kid lives in town. The autonomous scarecrow, girl lives in town. So the pig washer, the cow cleaner, girl lives in town. So it's funny when you look at these, like the autonomous semi, farm girl. So it's kind of fun to watch these because it's, you know, you get these kids that, all right, here's the autonomous snow vacuum. So it sucks up the snow. Again, we got a lot of autonomous lawnmowers, autonomous groomer. Here's another sheep shearer. Yeah, so that's going to be your task. I didn't realize it's 22 minutes here. So for today and tomorrow, you might not even get started today with all the videos that I have you watching. Go ahead and create your own piece of autonomous equipment. If you can do it on some type of tablet or computer, go ahead. If you can't, then you may draw it out. But here's the thing, you guys, I want it colored. You don't have to color it in, but you know, you might have to find some markers or crayons or colored pencils and trace the outline of it. As you can see, you know, some of them like not very detailed. This kid, you know, didn't really tell me how it's going to be. Granted, autonomous is spelt wrong, but she's telling me how it's done. This is another one where it looks, that's a sheep shear. It looks fantastic, not telling me how it's done. So if you really want credit for full credit, you know, I want ones that look like, you know, the artist isn't there, but it's telling me everything that I need to know. This one's telling me everything I need to know. So is this one. So is this one. So is this one. So find something like this one's telling me. This one's telling me. For example, here. Did not tell me anything. Unless, you know, they have to talk to in front of the class. But, you know, I like to look at these and be able to read what this one does. This one does not tell me anything. Nice drawing. Very nice drawing, but it doesn't tell me anything. All right. So, again, your assignment for today and tomorrow is to create an autonomous piece of equipment. Other than that, I will see you probably on Thursday and maybe even in person. So if you see me in person on Thursday, of course, it won't be a video. I'll just send you a text message. All right. Take care.